Well, hello everyone, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. Yep, doing bees. That's a regular occurrence nowadays. It's March 11th, 2025. Welcome to Southeast Louisiana. Folks, I am out here doing bees in the yard, and we have not been out here since, maybe I took you out here for fondant, I don't know. Take a look behind me in the background back there. I think you can see it, big old pear, just full of blooms. But I'm curious to see, I see some out there, but I'm curious to see what they're doing out here. This yard is up and down. I don't understand this yard. I've been out in this yard now, I guess 4 seasons, and I just can't get it. Sometimes it's early and it does great. Sometimes it's late. Sometimes it just, I don't know, it just up and down. It's just a weird yard. I can never predict this yard. I can't, and it is further south than mine, but it shouldn't be more than a few days off, and it seems like it'll just be completely out of whack with my yard. So, it's neither here nor there. It is what it is, and we have to figure it out. But it's beautiful green out here. But anyway, I have not been in these colonies. I don't know if I've taken you out here this year. Oh yeah, we checked on that. We pulled a dead out of here. That's what we did. Yeah, and I had some attrition out here throughout last summer after the honey harvest. I've always harvested honey out here, even in the bad year. This yard kind of saved me, but yeah, it's just been one of those weird yards, and I tell you, we're gonna find out what's in them and what's not, because we have not been in these bees at all. And here it is, the 11th. There is one up front that's a medium and a deep. There's no telling if that thing swarmed or not, but I don't know. The nectar flow at home, we seem to have stumbled. Those 2 20-degree days really have affected things. We truly are about a week or 2 behind on flowering and stuff. So while the bees did grow, they just are behind. Also, I'm not putting any oxalic acid extended release out here. How you like my hat? Mike's Easy Ox. It's a no bull mite treatment. Anyway, I know we're kind of out of the season for treating with oxalic acid right now, unless you're doing extended release. But I am looking forward to Mike putting out those pads. He's going to put some he's working on some extended release pads that will be approved. I don't know what the cost will be and all that kind of stuff, because it's a ways down the road. But hopefully it's by the end of the season. But I don't know. But what I will say is the Vroxan that I'm using, I don't like them. I don't like the strips. I don't know the effectiveness yet or the efficacy yet, but what I don't like about them is where you put them, the brood on, and that's with any strip. I've never used Amatraz, and I've seen where it does the same thing. I have tried Hop Guard, which is a natural one, and it was garbage for me. I didn't like it because it was requiring so many treatments, but it ruined the comb for a while until it's out and the bees can fix it a while later. I'm seeing that with the Vroxan, so I'm hoping these pads come out, because while I should have probably put Vroxan on earlier, I understand that, but what's frustrating about it is they start brooding up around here in February. If I'm putting it in there, I'm cutting out brood, and I don't like that. So the pads would be ideal because they lay on top of the thing. And I could have made my own, but again, I got the Vroxan on sale, a good sale, so I chose that. But to do it over again, I should have just made the pads. I almost didn't order them and said, just make the pads, and I didn't. I got lazy. All right, let's look at some bees. Because I see one, it's got bees coming and going, but not many. And then the other 2 are pretty steady. But I don't know what we're gonna find. I didn't pull up the notes to even see what the year model of these queens is. But see right there, that little one's slow with the hole in the side. This one's steady. They're working, they're bringing something in. And these are pretty steady, but if this is still the same queen, if she didn't swarm on me, and as of before the honey flow, she didn't, she was a white dot queen. Oh, look at the pollen coming in, wow. And pollen really kicks them off. That really gets them. They just hauled a larvae out. And I do believe the flow is trying to kick over the edge. We saw nectar in the hives at home, but I gotta say, it's stumbling, so I'm probably gonna feed at home, open feed. It's really got us we should be splitting major colonies right now. We're not. We can. There's a few of them, but not like normal. All right, let's see where we at. We'll take this one first. It's kind of actually labeled number 1 anyway. Appears to be the weakest from outside looking in. And from inside looking out, it seems about right. I see some bees right through here. That's it. This thing was super heavy, and now it's super light. But this almost feels like it was robbed because it had a lot. No, don't look robbed. Well, maybe it is. Hold on. It might have been. No, I don't know. Let's go look at the top real quick just because, see where we're at. Definitely no bees through here. But let's get to this little cluster and see what we see. Yeah, they appear to be going through the last of the honey. Well, I do know we can move some honey over to them if they're viable. There's some brood and it's very spotty. We had EFB in this yard last year, but it was very, very moist, which there's a lot of moisture now, but I don't see any bad. Wait a minute. Doesn't smell bad. Let's see if I see a bad larvae or two. I don't see bad larvae. Pearly white. I don't know. We don't want to fight that. And we don't want to spread it. Got rubbing alcohol with me for sure. Just very spotty. So I think this colony's I would call it a dead out. But I've requeened a lot of them. I just tell you, this yard has struggled. They might be cannibalizing this because of food. That's what I'm seeing. See, that's just a dead, that's something they opened up. It's dead inside. No sunken caps. No smell. I see the larvae that are here are pearly white. Let's see if we can find an open larvae that maybe looks suspect. And I'm looking for curled and deformed larvae. I don't see them. You know, sometimes you can have a touch of EFB. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it's a huge deal, but it's not a major situation early on because it happens. There's our queen. It does happen early in the season because of the humidity coming out of winter, but it clears out with a flow, and we haven't had a flow. There's the queen. She's right there. She should be a new queen. I requeened everything. So I think they might be just hungry. I'm going to have to get feed on them, but she's up here. That means this is only 2 or 3 frames of bees, and I'm wondering if that's the problem. The bees don't look bad. I think that's the only couple frames of bees right there. But this is just not a good colony. Yeah, a few bees down there, so I'm going to write this one off. I mean, it smells normal too, so that's what we're going to do. And I'll give them some honey until I figure out what this actually is not even a viable colony, really. Well, this one should be good. She's a new queen. I requeened almost everything out here, except for the couple. I don't think I requeened this one for the EFB. It was requeened anyway. It's heavy. There's our pollen frame. So I need to pop this box. A lot of drone brood. Let's look at the drone brood. That's pretty empty. Yeah, this is another one. It's just not really booming at this time. We're usually, like this time of the month, it split everything. I mean, you know, I'm not seeing it. Let's see if this queen has made it into the bottom. She's not laying on this frame. Oh, she's down here. Old spotty brood, some drone brood. Oh, this is an old raggedy frame, that's why. Just putting in drone brood here, and there's her other frame. It's spotty, but I don't know if that's a big deal with her, because she's usually solid. I'm going to give her some time. I give them a little bit of time on this before I go crazy, because sometimes it could have been there was some pollen in there. Just want to look at her larvae, see if that's looking normal. Make sure everything smells normal. I mean, yeah, it's not a great frame. It could have been a bad frame, though. I don't want to just automatically assume she's awful. Sometimes in spring, you just got to give them a little time. But it's not the prettiest stuff. Again, this yard is weird. It'll disappoint me, and then it'll turn out to be one of the better yards. It's just weird. She's got eggs in here. That's good. I see eggs. All single eggs. The larvae I'm seeing are good. She's backfilling everything. So, I mean, could have been a problem with the cold. I don't know. Could have been a lot of things. So, let's look at this next one. Same thing. Just spotty. Do we have a mite problem? You know? That's a full of larvae up there. Anywhere there's space, it's full of larvae. So, I mean, it's weird because she's backfilling it. So, let's just see. Let's give her time. See what she does. I had one I went through last week at home, and I just double checked it yesterday because I was going to see if it was a drone layer because it was so bad looking and a lot of drone brood, and it is one of the most beautiful patterns I got in the yard. So stranger things have happened. And I can see down there's another brood frame. Let's look at that one. Consistently not uniform, and I'll mark that so I can check it. I'll know that this one didn't have a good brood pattern. We just have to see what it does. And consistently bad up here. So we either got a bad queen or we got a mite issue. And they're hygienic and they're digging mites out. You know, that's where the mite issue would come in. Hygienic bees will tear back through. Because this has been a good queen, and she's only from last season. I mean, she's laying all the open spaces right back up. So let's give her a shot. We're going to mark on our sheet that she is showing a very spotty pattern. And we'll look in another 2 or 3 weeks and we'll know. They're definitely not ready to split. Hopefully we see a big buildup soon. There's a queen. Look at her on this little wonky comb. She's hiding under there. Can you see her? There she goes. That's the culprit. Come on out of there. She don't want to come out of that in that light. Huh. That's our culprit. There she is. There she is. She's a new queen. She's not that old. I'll get back with you. I'm going to open this other colony. If it's the same, I ain't going to bother you. But if it's good, I'll show you. And then I got 3 to do over there. There's only 6 out here. We need another 4 to finish them out. I have some at home. I'm going to move out here. But this yard is just funky. I don't know. Then all of a sudden it'll just pick up and turn into this giant builder that's just blowing everybody else away. It's just weird out here. It always has been. So I went through another hive over there. And it was normal. Good looking queen as far as pattern and all that. I mean, intermittent, but wasn't as bad and spotty. She was okay, doing well. But that was disappointing over there. I got over here to this triple deep. And so far, top one full of bees. Not full, but plenty of brood and all that. And this one's full. And then I found this little gem right here. And she's laying it up good. She's getting after it. So I don't want to lose her. I'm going to put her back. But so far, and I see bees in the bottom. I don't know if it's full in the bottom. But at a minimum, this is the first one out here out of 6 that I can actually split. And then I got 2 more to go through. But I'm going to tell you, what I'm noticing with this one is you can see where there was a decent flow going on at one point. Like there was something boosting them, a lot of pollen and nectar coming in. They were being boosted and rolling. And you can see where they stopped, where the queen has stopped and then started again. I think that's some of the spottiness on that second one I saw was a stop-start type of deal, because where all the spots were in the middle, she was kind of backfilling it pretty well. It's like there was a start-stop. You can almost see it. And the populations, like this colony is the way she's laying. This thing, usually by mid-March, if I wouldn't split it, I'd probably already have cells by now normally. So I believe what the queen breeder said. I think we're a couple weeks behind at least. because of that freeze. It's definitely showing in this. This one can be split this weekend though. That's no problem. Maybe even 3 times if that bottom's really full. And this started out as a small nuke that struggled with European foul brood last year. And what I ended up doing was requeening it, flushing it with feed, and it came back strong. So we'll see. This looks like a splitter for sure. But she's not got a terrible pattern. There she is. And I tell you, she's pretty. She's a new one. She's a 24. All right, and this is the bottom box. I don't expect it to be full. I almost expect it to be a pass-through, and that's fine because I need to replace the top one. Look at there, brood in the bottom too. Not a lot. Well, no, there's fresh larvae in there too. There's some more pollen, so I could probably split this and make a nuke off of it, and that'll be our increase that back here. So I'm rushing because I only got a few minutes of battery left, but yeah, that's all baby larvae and eggs, and so she's getting after it all the way down here. But there's a lot of pollen down here. Probably storing it up because she's got so much space above them. So that's not bad. I mean, it's not full, but it's enough I could use some of this for the split and at the same time pull some nice full brood frames for, that's all pollen. I could pull this for a nuke. I could really spread this thing out, break it down to 2. Yeah. I think that's going to be the plan. Let's pull this last one. They're hot. They're hot all of a sudden. I didn't smoke this chamber. And she's been down here putting brood in, but then they're loading it back with pollen as well, so gonna have to open it up some. Alrighty. Well, at least one of them out here is worth something. Real quickly, this is the one that I almost killed last year with the doggone thymol right behind the oxalic acid. And she's making a nice comeback. Now, they're behind like everybody else, but there's plenty of brood going in. And she's backfilling it so fast. It's all eggs and larvae, beautiful larvae. And I got brood of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. So it's a single with 6 frames. It'll basically just be doubled up. There you go. This is the one we almost killed last year. 2 queens were in it. Thank goodness. One of them lived. And we can bank on her if if they'll start pulling in some nectar and growing. We'll have a nice colony. So her pattern's nice. So the SD card's full, but I want to show you the last one out here. This one can be split, even though it's a medium. It's mostly honey, but there's a lot of bees, and a full deep. That's full of brood. Hadn't all we went through it yet, but almost out of time on this SD card. So just wanted to show you. And all 3 of these can be split. So this stand up here is doing great. The one in the back, I got 1 decent hive, and the other 2, one's almost dead, and one is just, it's just behind. Well, hey there, folks. It's a few days later, and I have to do this ending a few days later because my battery well, actually my SIM card was full. My battery was fine. I got to get a new SIM card for this camera because it feels fast. But yeah, so anyway, I'm back actually out here in this yard getting ready to do some work today after that video. But just wanted to close out that video and say, wow, what a disappointing yard this was. Those up there in the back, they just, ugh. That's it for that video. First time really going through these colonies here, and wasn't happy with what I found. But again, this yard will flip on me in a minute and be good, and it'll also flip on me in a minute and be bad. So we just keep keeping on, you know. That's all we can do is keep keeping bees. So hey, just wanted to close it out. I appreciate all y'all watching. I really do. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I did bees that day. Y'all have a wonderful week, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.